from an empty hallway at one of his jobs in Manhattan, and Abdulaziz Marwan Hussein Mohammed watched his own wedding celebration through a fuzzy WhatsApp connection. His family called from Khartoum, Sudan, so he could see his fiancée, Hind Sarakhudam Hamid Mukhtar, receive their marriage license. Relatives passed the phone around the banquet hall, congratulating him via the messaging app. Guests ate fried chicken and falafel. And I guess they had cake, but I didn't see it, Mr. Mohammed, 32, added recently with a laugh. Missing the ceremony in August was yet another in a series of challenges for the long-distance couple, who had struck up a romance after he moved to New York in 2014. They met in Khartoum while they both worked at a heavy equipment company. Mr. Mohammed, who is soft-spoken and describes himself as shy, was fixing a computer 4 years ago when Ms. Mukhtar, an accountant, introduced herself. She shook his hand with the warmth and confidence of friend, he said. She's really outgoing, he added. The opposite of me. About a year before, Mr. Mohammed learned he had won the Electronic Diversity Visa Lottery through the State Department. It provides a select number of spots to well-educated people from countries with historically low rates of immigration to the United States. Mr. Mohammed did not want to start a relationship in Sudan only to leave soon after, he said, so he kept his love for Ms. Mukhtar a secret. He had long dreamed of moving to New York, thanks to movies and descriptions by friends. For him, the city represented an escape from problems at home. Mr. Mohammed was born in Saudi Arabia after his father, Marwan Hussein Mohammed Jabr, moved the family from Sudan to the port city of Jeddah to take a job at an import-export company. Although Mr. Mohammed and most of his 5 siblings were born in Saudi Arabia and practice Islam, as ethnic Sudanese, they were treated as second-class citizens, he said. When he was 10, his eldest brother, who was born in Sudan, returned there for college, and most of the family, discouraged by racial tensions, followed. Soon after, in 1997, the United States announced trade sanctions against Sudan, throwing the country's economy in turmoil. The Trump administration lifted the sanctions last month. Because of the economic climate, Mr. Jabr had stayed behind and continued working in Saudi Arabia, and Mr. Mohammed returned to Jeddah after finishing college. In his early 20s, discouraged by the lack of opportunities in Saudi Arabia, Mr. Mohammed twice entered the visa lottery but was not selected. After his third application in 2012, he stared in disbelief at his name on the screen when he saw he was among the 50,000 successful candidates. I was like, is this legit, he recalled. I thought, this is my escape, I'm leaving Saudi Arabia. But this was not a golden ticket into the United States. Mr. Mohammed still had to apply for a visa in Sudan, where he lived and worked while his paperwork was being processed. When he received an interview date, he told Ms. Mukhtar, a co-worker who had become a close friend, about his plans.